Hostile down.
Can you take your microphone out of the microwave?
Gotta reload.
Hostiles up front. Losing A. Securing Bravo. Ready for escort. Got a VTOL on station. Friendly VTOL on station for Oval.
Gotta reload.
Cruise missile incoming.
Down.
Good game.
Take that OU-7 Field 16 and shut the fuck up.
Bravo. Enemy UAV overhead.
That's bullshit. I was hitting that motherfucker.
Get down.
Nigga, he has just been sitting in that fucking room, bro. Like, come on.
RPG!
You're needed at A.
Nice throw, man.
Fuck!
Good shot.
Securing B.
Boy. Somebody's nuts out there.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Somebody.
Friendly care package inbound. Be advised.
Get B.
Call it pussy.
Cruise missile, go for launch.
Hey, somebody need to help me cat B or something. God damn.
Word, son. What are you doing, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Divine. Alright, man. So, of course, you've seen the two clips in the very beginning. You see the title of the video. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But before you do that, make sure you click that like button, hit subscribe, share the word, spread the links, man. Y'all know how I do. But in the meantime, I got a different Modern Warfare clip playing in the background right now as we talk about team balancing and skill-based matchmaking. So, without further ado, let's get up into it. Alright, man. So, now with the whole hashtag remove skill-based matchmaking and you know, with that being an epidemic right about now, I mean, Modern Warfare is not a bad game. Let's call a spade here. It's not a bad game, but skill-based matchmaking makes people hate it to the point where it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like having insert the finest girl you think here, right? And come to find out she has an ugly, nasty personality. You wouldn't look at that girl or your crush the same way because of her personality. Mind you, you never met her, but she just has a real nasty, ugly personality. You never seen her. Well, you've seen her, but you never really dealt with her in person until you met her personality. And all of a sudden you hate her. That's kind of how I feel about Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare has the potential to be a great game, but with skill-based matchmaking being in the way of it, it really sours the taste of Modern Warfare, because you know how great the game could be, but it's being held back because of hashtag skill-based matchmaking. So Seacott, Joe Seacott, or second Seacott, Seacott, Ashton Williams, pass the word along. Joel, I don't remember your last name, but you know who you are. Pass this word along to the Infinity War, or pass this on to the devs. if you're not going to fix skill-based matchmaking, then at least fix team balancing and keep the lobbies together. Now, in the first 2 games you just seen, these were legitimately like game after game. That first game you seen, then the next game right after that, that's how it happened. First game, of course we lost, but you see that I was more inept to getting kills, and I was more, nimble, or I was able to, skate around. Mind you, it was hardcore, but at the same exact time, I was more nimble and more accurate than I was in the second game versus the first game. I was getting my kills, you know what I'm saying? It was just a simple fact that we couldn't capture nothing, but then again, that just go based off of how the teams were balanced. So the second game I go into, you seen where I was trying to shoot the dude in the blue building and literally aiming right at him. Now I wasn't that far from him, because later on in that clip you see me shooting at a guy from that same distance while I was over there at B in the second clip. I was shooting the same guy. I was shooting the guy in the house at that same distance, and I wasn't getting any hit markers, no nothing. Now I understand that because I had that attachment on, it basically made it where I get no bullet tracers. I get no tracers and no death location or something like that. I understand that I have that on and that takes away my range, but at the same exact time though, you shouldn't be actively nerfing me to the point where because of how I did in the last game, you nerf me or you improve my stats based off of how I did in the previous game before, just based off your stupid algorithm. Now, to anybody that looks at skill-based matchmaking and says this sounds awfully familiar, wait for it, DDA. Now, for people that don't know for the people that don't know what DDA is essentially skill-based matchmaking in a nutshell. That's exactly what it is. DDA is basically based off of the algorithm that the game collects from the user, the data. It'll either make itself harder, or easier, depending off of how well you did in the previous game or how you're doing in the current game now. So that's essentially what skill-based matchmaking is, or DDA is in a nutshell. So they kind of go hand in hand. But if you want people to stop talking about skill-based matchmaking so much, then you should fix this. You should fix the team balancing. That's what you should do. You should make it to where these lobbies stay together, and you should make it to where the team balancing is better, so that skill-based matchmaking doesn't even have to have anything to do in the conversation. If anything, I mean, it's just a wild hot take here. Just a hot take. Let me stand on my own ledge. But skill-based matchmaking might have been in other Call of Duties, but the way that the game balanced the teams out, it didn't raise a question as to why am I getting matched against these teams that are a bunch of tryhards, because 90% of the time when you went up against teams like that is because they was always in a full party. You see what I'm saying here? So team balancing didn't really work that well unless you came into a full party. If you came into a full party, then it didn't work at all. You know what I'm saying? So if you want people to stop talking about skill-based matchmaking, and you guys always try to silence people who keep saying, oh, fix skill-based matchmaking, remove skill-based matchmaking, because on Reddit they're deleting people off of the Reddit posts that say anything about skill-based matchmaking, you're basically silencing those people when that's a legit complaint. But if you're not gonna fix skill-based matchmaking, or if there's nothing you can do about that, then fix the team balancing. Stop breaking up the lobbies after every game and putting us into a totally different lobby. Stop doing that, because it's never been that way in the beginning. So why are you constantly stirring the pot and trying to make something different? You see what I'm saying here? Ashton, to tell you the truth, I really think Ashton Williams she's not really the type that is going to, I don't think she's relaying information to the devs about our complaints, but I think it's more or less of a technical, mechanical aspect of the game. Meaning if there's a glitch or a bug in the game, we tell her, she relays it over to the devs, and then that's what she does. I think that's what she does, because that's the only time I've seen her actually reply to something that has to do with the game. So I don't know. I'm just shooting her a little bit of bail here, because I think that's what she does. I don't think she's the actual community manager as to what we think she is. But as far as Seacott, I mean, if you go back and if you go back and watch the interviews, he basically alludes to, the better you are at the game, the more the game is going to get harder. And if you're trash at the game, the easier the game is for you, i.e. all the safe spaces and the doors and stuff like that. But I'm getting off topic here. That's for a different video. But I say all that to say, if you want the talks of skill-based matchmaking to stop, Infinity Ward, Seacott, Joel, Ashton, if you want the talks to stop, fix the team balancing. All right. If you go look at their Trello board, it's not even on the board as far as fixing the balancing of teams and keeping the lobbies together. You don't see that on the Trello board anywhere. You see what I'm saying? So it really starts to raise questions as to where, okay, what is important to this team right about now? You see what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I'm gonna reiterate again. I already said it already, but if you want skill-based matchmaking talks to stop, fix the team balancing. Because if not, you're gonna get a whole bunch of people keep screaming skill-based matchmaking, remove it, fix it, remove it, fix it. Until you do that, until you actually actively fix the team balancing, you're gonna constantly keep getting that. But that's the problem. Fix the balancing, and then we can have something to fight with here. But hopefully y'all enjoyed. If you agree, make sure I hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man. Share the word, spread the link, man, and please, man, let's go. Let's keep this thing pumping. Let's keep it jumping. And yeah, man, make sure y'all, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links. Y'all know how I do, man. But it's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.